Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. Odell Beckham Jr. signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers has exploded across the sports world like a spark dropped in dry grass, igniting speculation, excitement, and a fair share of skepticism. Rumor has it that conversations between Beckham and the Steelers front office have been brewing quietly for quite some time, far longer than anyone outside the building realized, with insiders whispering that his arrival was not a sudden decision, but a carefully orchestrated piece in a larger offensive puzzle. As soon as word began circulating that he had inked his deal, fans started flooding social media, debating whether his flair, charisma, and veteran swagger could elevate Pittsburgh's offense back into the spotlight it once ruled with legendary confidence. The idea of Beckham bringing his trademark acrobatic catches to the iconic black and gold uniform has fueled endless conversations, from casual fans in bars to analysts dissecting every possible detail. What makes the story even more compelling is the aura surrounding Beckham himself, a player who has always carried both immense talent and an equally immense spotlight, making his transition into a city known for its gritty, blue-collar football culture feel like a fascinating contrast that almost begs to be watched closely. Many believe this union could transform not just the offense but the entire identity of the team, giving them a renewed sense of flair, unpredictability, and electric potential, even if no one quite knows how the chemistry will unfold once the real pressure begins to mount. The speculation surrounding how exactly Beckham fits into the Steelers' offensive scheme has already taken on a life of its own, growing with every conversation, interview snippet, or vague comment from someone inside the organization. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff has been drawing up concepts specifically tailored to Beckham's strengths, focusing heavily on isolating him in single coverage, creating mismatches, and allowing him to showcase the same dynamic explosiveness that made him a household name years ago. Some insiders claim that the Steelers plan to use him not only as a deep threat playmaker, but also as a versatile weapon, lining him up in the slot, motioning him across formations, and giving him opportunities to manipulate defenders with his elite footwork. Fans have latched onto these rumors with passionate energy, imagining how Beckham could become the spark that redefines the passing game and eases the burden on the other receivers who have long carried the weight of inconsistent quarterback play. The idea of Beckham stepping onto the field with something to prove, driven by the hunger to reclaim the spotlight and silence doubt, has made this story even more magnetic. Every day, speculation expands, with new narratives emerging about how his presence could attract more aggressive defensive attention, open lanes for younger receivers, and elevate the offensive rhythm in ways that have been missing for quite some time. What adds even more intrigue to this unfolding saga is the speculation swirling around Beckham's personality and how it might mesh within the Steelers' famously disciplined locker room. Some observers believe Pittsburgh's strong culture, forged over decades of leadership from iconic coaches and hardened stars, will provide the perfect environment for Beckham to thrive without distractions. Others, however, whisper that the fusion of his bold, expressive energy with the team's gritty, no-nonsense identity could create early friction, or at least a period of careful adaptation. Rumors suggest that several veteran players have already reached out behind the scenes, welcoming him with open arms and offering to help integrate him smoothly into the system, while encouraging him to embrace the city's relentless football mentality. Social media detectives claim to have spotted subtle clues in posts and comments hinting that Beckham has been studying Steelers culture closely, trying to position himself not just as a star arrival, but as a committed contributor determined to blend into the team's larger mission. Speculation continues to swirl that this combination of personalities, expectations, and stylistic contrasts might be exactly what the team needs, an injection of swagger combined with a renewed sense of accountability. Supporters believe that if Beckham can harness his intensity and focus it within Pittsburgh's structured environment, he could become a catalyst for a new era defined not by drama, but by explosive, highlight-worthy football moments. Whispers from nearby training facilities paint a vivid picture of Beckham already attacking workouts with a level of energy that is fueling even more rumors about his physical condition and motivation. Several people reportedly close to the situation claim he has arrived looking rejuvenated, lean, and sharper than he has in several seasons, sparking theories that the move to Pittsburgh might have reignited something inside him. Fans speculate that the Steelers' coaching staff is quietly thrilled with his early commitment, seeing signs that he intends to prove he is far from done, far from fading, and far from the narrative some critics have tried to assign him. Meanwhile, analysts have begun dissecting videos from voluntary workouts, zooming in on foot placement, acceleration bursts, and timing on breaks, debating whether the glimpses they are seeing hint at a potential career resurgence. This type of speculation has only intensified as people talk about how Beckham has repeatedly said he wants to put on a show for the city, fueling rumors that he plans to bring a level of entertainment and flair that Pittsburgh has not witnessed in quite some time. Every new clip, every leaked observation, adds gasoline to the fire of anticipation, creating a sense that something bigger might be brewing behind closed doors, something that could redefine both Beckham's legacy and the Steelers' offensive trajectory moving forward. At the center of all this growing speculation lies one key narrative. Beckham wants to prove something, and Pittsburgh wants to gain something in return. Rumors are circulating that he chose the Steelers specifically because he sees an opportunity to carve out a fresh legacy in a city craving a return to offensive identity and star power. Fans have been buzzing about how this could be a mutually beneficial union, with Beckham bringing electricity, experience, and undeniable charisma, while the Steelers provide the structure, opportunity, and platform needed for him to craft a new football chapter. Insiders even suggest that Beckham has voiced privately that he wants to embrace the challenge of winning over a fan base known for its passion, loyalty, and high expectations. Meanwhile, social media is filled with theories that Pittsburgh's coaching staff has pitched him a role far more prominent than anyone initially imagined, promising him the chance to influence not only the passing game, but the overall personality of the offense. These swirling rumors have turned Beckham's arrival into one of the most talked-about storylines of the offseason, with analysts debating just how far this partnership can go, how explosive it might become, and what hidden plans the team might still be keeping under wraps. All of this speculation has created a buzz around Pittsburgh that feels almost cinematic, as if the city is preparing for a new chapter filled with dramatic twists, high-flying catches, and electric on-field moments. Fans are whispering about a potential resurgence built around Beckham's arrival, imagining him injecting fresh energy into practices, pushing younger players to elevate their game, and giving the offense a sense of swagger that has been missing for far too long. Rumors continue circulating about long strategy meetings, late-night film sessions, and private conversations in which coaches discuss how to unleash Beckham in ways he has not been used in recent years. Some supporters believe this shift could symbolize something bigger, a new Steelers identity built on confidence, adaptability, and offensive creativity, qualities that many feel have been overshadowed by conservative play in recent seasons. With every passing day, the speculation grows richer, blending hope, curiosity, and excitement into a single narrative that feels both unpredictable and irresistibly compelling. Whether these rumors materialize into on-field dominance remains to be seen, but the anticipation alone has already transformed Pittsburgh's football atmosphere into something vibrant, energetic, and filled with cinematic possibility. The buzz around Odell Beckham Jr. in Pittsburgh has only intensified as new whispers surface about behind-the-scenes conversations hinting that the Steelers might be crafting something far more ambitious than anyone initially expected. Some insiders claim that private strategy meetings have grown longer, more animated, and increasingly focused on transforming the offense around a dynamic combination of speed, creativity, and explosive route concepts, with Beckham serving as the emotional and stylistic centerpiece. Fans have begun speculating that the coaching staff sees this arrival not just as a roster addition, but as the catalyst for a complete philosophical shift aimed at redefining how the team attacks defenses. Social media sleuths point to subtle quotes, body language, and even jersey selections as hints that Beckham is preparing to embrace a role larger than anything he has taken on in recent seasons. Supporters say the energy inside the facility seems different, more urgent, almost as if everyone senses a brewing storm ready to break loose. Whether these rumors reflect reality or simply the natural overexcitement that accompanies a star arrival, the narrative surrounding Beckham has taken on a life of its own, feeding a storyline that feels increasingly like the opening chapter of a blockbuster football saga. What really keeps fans talking is the rumor that Beckham has privately set a personal mission to reshape how opponents view the Steelers' offense. Sources close to him suggest he feels driven by something deeper than statistics, spotlight, or narrative redemption. Instead, he reportedly wants to prove that his presence can elevate the players around him in ways that shift the entire energy of the team. Speculation grows every time a teammate posts even the slightest hint of admiration. Whether it's a cryptic emoji, a quick highlight clip, or a playful comment hinting at sparks flying during practice reps. Observers believe that Beckham and the Steelers' younger receivers have already begun developing an unexpected chemistry, pushing each other to compete harder, refine technique, and unlock new layers of creativity in their route running. Analysts argue that if these whispers are true, Beckham's influence could extend far beyond receptions, shaping the work ethic and confidence of the entire unit. Fans thrive on these rumors, imagining late-night film sessions, private drills, and animated conversations on the practice field where ideas bounce back and forth like sparks. Though no one outside the facility knows how much is fact and how much is wishful thinking, the growing sense of camaraderie fuels the narrative that something transformative might be quietly taking shape in Pittsburgh. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Adding yet another layer to this unfolding drama is the rumor that Beckham has already become a favorite among certain members of the coaching staff, not merely for his athletic ability, but for his surprising willingness to embrace structure. Some insiders claim coaches have been impressed with his attention to detail, especially in meetings where he reportedly breaks down coverage tendencies with veteran clarity, offering insights that open new possibilities for play design. Fans cling to these whispers, fascinated by the idea that Beckham is not just a highlight machine receiver, but a cerebral player eager to attach himself to the Steelers' long-standing football identity. Rumors continue circulating that he has openly expressed to teammates his desire to bring a fresh brand of swagger that still respects the franchise's traditional toughness. Analysts speculate that this dual commitment, flash blended with grit, could be exactly what bridges the gap between the Steelers' storied past and an evolving offensive future. Some observers even suggest the coaching staff is considering adjustments to the playbook inspired by Beckham's preferences, integrating motion-heavy alignments, layered route combinations, and more aggressive spacing concepts. The story only grows as whispers multiply, painting a picture of a player determined to not only perform, but to help reshape the entire offensive vision. Fans have also begun discussing the chemistry between Beckham and the Steelers' quarterback situation, even though no one has seen enough to form definitive conclusions. Speculation thrives on every tiny detail: a handshake caught on camera, a shared laugh in a hallway, or a perfectly timed rep during a workout clip that somehow surfaces online. Rumors swirl that Beckham has already taken it upon himself to build a stronger bond with whichever quarterback emerges as the leader, spending time discussing tendencies, favorite route concepts, and the subtle nuances of timing that separate good connections from unforgettable ones. Supporters eagerly imagine Beckham mentoring younger players while simultaneously pushing quarterbacks to trust him in high-pressure moments, creating a relationship built not just on talent, but on mutual understanding. Analysts speculate that if this rumored connection continues developing at its current pace, it could become the defining factor that shapes the offense's rhythm and sets the tone for the entire season. With every leaked clip or whispered insider comment, the narrative grows richer and more intriguing, fueling the belief that this partnership might produce the kind of chemistry that transforms drives into spectacles and ordinary plays into unforgettable highlights. Another intriguing rumor gaining momentum is the idea that Beckham has embraced the city of Pittsburgh far more quickly than expected, immersing himself in its culture, energy, and community. Some say he has been spotted visiting local spots quietly, engaging with fans in small moments that suggest he is eager to build a genuine connection with the people who fill the stands. Supporters speculate that this early immersion might signal Beckham's intention to make a meaningful impact beyond the field, building a relationship with the city that evolves into something special over time. Observers whisper that he is studying the history of the franchise, acknowledging the great receivers who came before him, and embracing the responsibility of adding his own chapter to that legacy. Social media theories run wild about him, potentially hosting community events, charity initiatives, or collaborative projects with other athletes in the city, all aimed at showing he is not merely passing through. These rumors contribute to a growing belief that Beckham sees Pittsburgh as more than a temporary stop. He sees it as a stage on which he hopes to deliver some of the most memorable performances of his career. Whether these whispers are accurate remains uncertain, but the excitement they generate only deepens the storyline surrounding his arrival. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.